Hi, welcome to this video where I will show you how the Demote broadcast hash join is working. As you can see in my snippet, I enabled the adaptive query execution and I also configured the threshold for the broadcast join to be a quite small number. And I also have disabled two configurations just to not interfere with the test, which is the KLS partitions and the local shuffle reader. In the test, I have two datasets, input 4 and input 5, that I will join. And one of the sites will be very, very small because, as you can see in the input 4, I'm filtering on the value, which is 1. And since this value is auto-incrementing, at the end, I will only have one row. And globally, the idea is to demonstrate how this join will be cancelled by the adaptive query execution and more exactly by the Demote broadcast hash join optimization rule, just because of this emptiness. So because we have at the end only one partition which is not empty. So in the test, I will first run the code to show you how does it work, and after that I will change a little bit the thresholds to show you when it doesn't work for both sides and for only one side with this configuration. But let's start with the samples example. And as you can see, the adaptive query execution just started. And now we are going to see whether we can demote or not the join. As you can see, we have now the logical query stage filter that has some statistics. And now we can check this the relationship between empty partitions and the non-empty partition ratio for broadcast join, which by default equals to 0.2. And if this check returns true, it means that we can demote this specific side of the join. And let's run that. So as you can see, we are here at true and here too, and I will just show you the result of this relationship. You can see that it's very small, so it means that we have a lot of empty partitions. More exactly, we will have one non-empty partitions over 200 shuffle partitions. And you can see that for this specific side, so for the left side, we will add a hint about not broadcast this part. And that's the first execution of this rule. And now we will check the second side of the join, the second query stage. And as you can see here, we have 3 non-empty partitions, but in the formula it still will be lower than the configuration entry we specified before. As you can see, 001, and this side also will be demoted. So by the end you will see that we will have two new hints for left and for right side of the join, and because of these hints the broadcast will not happen. And I explained a little bit this in more details in the article which is linked to this video. You will find the link in the description. And first I will see how does it work, just to illustrate that Demote will not apply when this ratio is very, very small. Smaller, of course, than the relationship between empty and non-empty partitions. Between non-empty and all partitions, sorry. So we started the adaptive query execution. And once again, we will begin by the left side of the join. Yes, you can see that nothing changed. We still have one non-empty partition, but this time this configuration value will be really, really small, much smaller than this division. And that's the reason the plan won't change, because as you can see here, the hint is empty. And for the second side of the join, it's the same, so the hint is still empty, and in the join we still have the join without the hints. Let's see now now I will show you that the demote can demote only one side of this join. So I will configure it like that. And as you remember, one of the sides has this ratio, which is bigger than the threshold. And obviously this side will be broadcasted. So once again we start with the adaptive query execution. And as you can see, we are checking the left side of the join. And just to show you that this value is the same as I said, and the relationship of that will be 0, 0, 5. And of course, it will be true. So the left side will still be demoted. Now let's see what happens for the right side. As you can see, we have 3 non-empty partitions. The ratio is 0.15, and obviously it's bigger than 0.1 we specified in the configuration, and this side won't be demoted, which means that one side will be shuffled and another will be broadcasted. As you can see, we only have the left hint here. And if you would like to discover more details, more technical details about the Demote broadcast join, I invite you to check the link in the description of this video, which gives a little bit more technical details about the Demote and also how does it apply in the physical plan execution. It was Bartosz Konieczny from waiting4code.com. Thanks for watching.